Now, many small businesses struggle to stay afloat. One of the main challenges is non-payment. Now, they may soon have an Ombud to address these issues, and this will mean they don't have to go to the expensive formal legal route to get justice. The long-stalled National Small Enterprise Amendment Bill is once again moving forward. Small Business Minister Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams hopes to push it through Parliament soon. CEO of the Small Business Institute, Dludlu, joins us now to discuss this. John, of course, you know, this is something that's been long awaited by small business owners especially. But let's talk about the details about this. It's more than just, you know, paying the small businesses what they are owed. Let's talk about the specifics around this bill. I know the minister did publish some explanation about what this actually means, but if you can just detail some of those for us.
Thank you very much for inviting us. I think obviously we have lost the battle. I think our comments have fallen on deaf ears. We did not support this. This was an original idea of the DA. We opposed it at the time, and we opposed it when it came from the ANC as well. And our principal objection was based on one thing. First, there are enough instruments to deal with this. It is a government policy, for example, to not pay suppliers beyond 30 days. It's been for the last 15 years. When President Beki was president, he announced it as policy that all suppliers must be paid within 30 days. It's never happened. Two departments, the National Treasury and DPME, in the presidency, or third one is the Public Service Commission, routinely announce all the offending departments in government that are not paying suppliers within 30 days. And they have now gone on to recommend sanction. We don't know why we need an ombudsperson to do this. And government does not have a very good history of setting up institutions. They take far long. For example, the Minister of Electricity was given powers almost 4 months after he was appointed. Now imagine setting up a new institution. How long is it going to take? What we recommended constructively was, why don't we amend the Small Claims Act so that it empowers, it increases the threshold of non-payment. Instead of setting up a new institution, that would have taken a few months instead of taking years to set up personnel. I mean, you look at all the government departments, how many people are acting in those positions? Now, how long is it going to take to set up a new institution like an ombudsman for the non-payment?
Well, let's take a look at, you know, some of the legal aspects there. Some would say that an ombud would mean that, you know, the legal parts of our small businesses would be dealt with in a much sufficient way. Many also say that, you know, having an ombud would be able to, you'd be able to intervene in government tenders, anything, you know, also to cases of individual customers trying to overturn a credit card transaction. Wouldn't that benefit them in some way?
The spirit is good. The letter is not feasible. As we stand right now, this administration is coming to an end in another 1 year. We don't know if the Small Business Ministry will survive. Now, you're setting up new institutions. Where are they going to report to? And how long is it going to take to set them up? Let me give you another example. The example of Eskom, the splitting of Eskom into 3 subsidiaries with a holding company called Eskom Holdings, SOC. It's been on the cards for about 3 years. Nothing has happened. Now, You are telling us about a new institution. We share all the problems that the minister is talking about, but what we don't share is we don't share the solutions. We don't think that setting up new institutions is the solution.
And, you know, taking a look at investigations that could be made by the Ombud in some cases, you know, this will obviously they now fall under court rule. And this in some way could then, you know, make sure that investigations are completed when it comes to small businesses and things that they obviously need from the Ombud to be finalized. So it could possibly fast track these processes.
What happens next year if the ministry does not survive is my question. The other solution that we proposed was some of these things could be sorted out by existing institutions. For example, the Competition Commission just published a very progressive legislation, a regulation that allows SMEs to cooperate and on R&D, research and development, and to cooperate on production without falling foul of the Competition Act. There are existing mechanisms. Why are we not using them?
All right, so that's the CEO of the Small Business Institute, John Dludlu, joins us. He joined us now this morning to discuss the new bill. Of course, he's saying there are existing measures in place already that should be implemented, so there's no need for a small business ombud.